everyone and welcome to my channel. I am really excited about today's video. I'm going to film my monthly favorite video for me personally. So this is going to be my pan that palette update video. So this year I'm panning two palettes. My main pan that palette is the Anastasia Beverly Hills Modern Renaissance palette, and then as side pan that palette or baby pan that palette I'm panning the e.l.f. Prism eyeshadow palette in Naked. And to be honest, I don't have that much progress with this one because I took a break from it in February. But let's start this update with Modern Renaissance. I must say that I think this palette is getting older. It's really powdery and I do have a couple of other issues with it that you will see soon, but I'm really glad that I decided to be panning this because I really do not want to take this palette with me to the next year because of the formula and because it's getting older. So really happy to be panning this right now. Let me show you where I was with this palette last month. And this is what the palette looks like right now. Okay, so as you can see, I have made quite a bit of progress during the past month. I was actually surprised myself about all of the progress I was able to make. Let's start with the fact that there's still not any empties in this palette. I haven't been able to finish any eyeshadows yet. However, I'm getting close with Tempera and Cypress Amber. However, I was able to hit 3 new pans during the past month. So I hit pan on Vermeer, Antique Bronze and Love Letter. I kinda knew that I would hit pan on Antique Bronze because in the last update I had big dent in it. And Vermeer, I also had an idea that I might hit pan on that. However, I was quite surprised that I was able to hit pan on Love Letter because this is one of the more challenging colors for me in this palette. I have been wearing it quite much though and I have been enjoying it, but I was surprised. But I will say these mattes are starting to be quite powdery. During the past month I have mainly been doing two looks with this palette. So this look that I'm wearing today, this is like a cooler toned pinky, dusty neutralish type of look. I am wearing on my lid Vermeer and Antique Bronze. Then I'm wearing Cypress Amber in the inner corner of my eyes and in my crease, Buen Fresco as transition shade and Tempera on my brow bone. So that's what I'm wearing today. And that is a look I have been repeating so often. I'm sure you're starting to be a little bit sick of this look. But I know that if I want to get some of these eyeshadows used up, I will need to be panning this look, and I am still enjoying this look. Is it my favorite look ever? No. If I could decide like my favorite cool toned look, it would probably be like a taupey look or something like that. However, I do still enjoy this look and I want to keep doing this still for a month or two so that I could finish some of these shades. But then another look that I have been doing during the past month is a pinky gold look. And that's why I have been able to expand the pan on Primavera. And with that look I have been wearing Primavera on my lid with Venetian red on the outer part of my lid. Then I have been wearing Love Letter in my crease and Buen Fresco as transition shade. Pink eyeshadows, bright pinks like these can be really challenging eyeshadows for me. However, for me these colors are so much easier to wear when I combine them with gold lid because the gold gives a little bit of more warmth to these shadows and it makes it just a little bit more glam. I think I also tried that look with Vermeer on my lid instead of Primavera and I just don't like so monochromatic pink looks. Maybe they are just a little bit too girly for my liking, but pairing the pinks with Primavera, I think that looks amazing. Something I want to say about this palette is that I have now hit pan on Vermeer and Primavera and I do have those gross bumps in both of these pans, especially in Primavera. Primavera I used to wear in the past, like way before I started pan that palette with this one, like we are talking about 2017. I used to wear Primavera quite much as lid shades, and I used it with setting spray. So maybe that explains why I have more of those bumps in Primavera. But there are also some of those happening in Vermeer. And I find that those bumps look really disgusting. I don't know what they are, but because of those I do want to get these two eyeshadows finished as quickly as possible. So that's why I will be really focusing on them during the next couple of months. I don't think I can finish them during the next month, but I really would love to be able to finish them by the end of April. I don't get any eye irritation or anything like that from these eyeshadows, but I'm just not that comfortable, you know, with those bumps, so I would rather get those two eyeshadows just finished. Let's talk about next month. I do have a lot of goals and some focus shades. Some of my goals might be a little bit ambitious, but I'm going to set those goals anyways, and we'll see if I can get to the goals or not. First of all, as I said, Tempera and Cyprus Umber are almost gone, and my goal is to finish both of those by the next update. I'm sure I can finish Tempera. With Cyprus Umber, it's going to be tight. I do wear it both as eyeshadow and as brow powder, so I do get a lot use out of it. It's just a pigmented shade that you don't need to use a ton at once. So we'll see if I can finish it, but it is my goal. Then my goal is to hit pan on all of these eyeshadows by the end of June, because in July I will be starting the Pan Those Eyeshadows project, and I want to hit pan on all of these eyeshadows before that. And there are still 3 eyeshadows left that I have not yet hit pan on, and I want to focus on one of those during the next month, and that will be Red Ochre. The reason I decided to work on Red Ochre during the next month is that for me, it's from the shadows that are left in this palette the most difficult to hit pan on during springtime. If it wasn't for my goal to hit pan on all of these eyeshadows during the next 4 months, I would probably start working on this one somewhere in July, August maybe, because this color is just for me something more fall appropriate. It is this brownish red, it's really rich color and I do love it. It's just during springtime I'm more into cooler toned looks and lighter looks, and this is just not a color I would normally go for during springtime. Also in Red Ochre I can see the least wear. If I compare it to Venetian Red and Real Gar, I do have more dip going on in those shadows. So I'm going to be focusing on Red Ochre in March. Can I hit pan? I'm not sure. If I hit pan, I'm not surprised, but at the same time, I don't think this is quite as powdery as some of these other mattes, so if I don't hit pan, I don't want to be too disappointed. However, I do want to see a proper dent in that. In the next update, if I can hit pan, that's awesome too. Another focus shade for me in March will be Primavera. I will probably wear this a lot as lid shade when I'm wearing Red Ochre in my crease. So expect to see some reddish brown golden looks during the next month. Hopefully I could use about half of what's left in Primavera. I don't know if that's possible, but I really do want to get Primavera and Vermeer used sooner than later. And I will still in March be focusing on Vermeer, Buen Fresco and Antique Bronze. Especially Buen Fresco is that kind of eyeshadow that I know I will struggle with it if it's left when summer comes. So I hope I could finish it in the first half of the year. But those are my focus shades in this palette for March. I will probably get some more use out of these warmer neutrals over here, but I'm not going to pick any focus shades yet. I'm just going to play with it and see what works with Red Ochre and go from there, but you will probably see more progress on these eyeshadows too in the next update. So that is where I am with Modern Renaissance. I'm really excited by all of the progress. At the same time, I'm grossed out about those pumps, so I will try to get the shimmery eyeshadows done quickly. But then let's talk about the e.l.f. Prism eyeshadow palette. So I took a little break from these in February, so I don't have much progress to share with you, but let me show you a close-up anyways. And this is where I am right now with the palette. I don't know if the camera picks it up, but I do see some more progress on the white one. It's just a color that it's difficult to pick any progress to camera, but there's definitely a little bit bigger dent there. Okay, so I will say that I haven't worn these deeper shades at all during the past month. However, I have been wearing this white and this yellow as highlighters. Today I am wearing this white in my inner corner and also as face highlighter, and I really do like the formula of these eyeshadows as highlighters because they are just like beautiful soft shimmers. They are nothing too crazy and they are not glittery. Here the white eyeshadow is swatched, so hopefully you can see that it's just like a soft shimmery formula. I don't think I have worn this yellow on my face. I'm planning on trying that during the next month, but I have been wearing this also in my inner corners in a couple of looks. By the way, I forgot to say that the highlighter in my BH Cosmetics Curly Bible palette that I was focusing on, the white one, I finished it, and that's why I have now moved on to this white highlighter or this white eyeshadow as highlighter. But I think now that the other white highlighter is gone, I should be able to make quicker progress with this one. I do have 3 eyeshadows in March that I'm going to focus on from this palette. So both of these lighter eyeshadows as highlighters. I also want to try the yellow as face highlighter, and then I want to focus on this 5th eyeshadow in this palette. From all of these 6 eyeshadows in this palette, this one is where I can see the least progress. So hopefully I can fix that, and hopefully there would be a dent next month in this pan. I think this one will look beautiful on the outer part of my lid if I'm wearing red ochre in my crease from Modern Renaissance and Primavera in the inner part of my lid. I think this will go beautifully with those two, so that's why I really want to focus on this eyeshadow in March, and hopefully I can see some more wear in this one. I think this palette is, compared to Modern Renaissance, this is something that you can see progress way slower. With Modern Renaissance you can see it like almost right away. With this one you need to work a little bit harder, but I don't mind. I do enjoy this palette, but I don't know if I can finish it or even hit pan on all of these eyeshadows by the end of this year, and I don't know if it's something I would like to keep after this year. But at least this year I want to focus on it, so those 3 eyeshadows are the ones I will be focusing on during the next month. So that was everything for today and everything for my second Pandas palette update for 2020. Thank you so much for watching this video and see you in my next one. Bye bye!